see if it's recording. Give me a second. All right, it is recording. All right, hi second graders. We are your second grade teachers this year, and we're starting on the computer, which is kind of weird, but we're going to get used to it and it's going to be great. So I am going to take you through a PowerPoint. Ms. Ramirez is going to be here to translate everything I say into Spanish for those of you who speak Spanish, and then we're going to take some questions at the end.
Hola, bienvenidos a todos los estudiantes de segundo año. Les vamos a compartir información importante para ustedes y sus padres.
All right, so we are your teachers this year. I have a really great team. I'm excited. I'm Mr. Schaefer, and we have Ms. Garza, Ms. Gifaro, Ms. Barrios, Ms. Williams, and Ms. Ramirez. We're first going to introduce ourselves and tell you a little bit about ourselves. My name is Mr. Schaefer. I'm really excited to teach your kids this year. This is my third year with Elmore, my 7th year teaching. I've taught middle school, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. 2nd grade is my favorite. Along with teaching, my favorite thing is dog rescue. I love to find dogs that need help in Settigast, and I take them home, get them new homes. That's just what I do. I have a really awesome 2nd grade team this year, and we can't wait to get to know you and your kids. Down below is my email address and my phone number, and all of my students, I've reached out to you already. Hopefully everybody here is on Class Dojo, so you can also connect with me that way.
All right, I am Miss Garza. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas, and I taught pre-K in Tulsa, Oklahoma for 2 years, and this is my 2nd year as a 2nd grade teacher at Elmore Elementary. I'm really excited to be back, excited to learn with you on virtually. It's going to be a really interesting beginning of the school year, but we'll get through it, and my contact information is right here, so please take that down if you're one of my students, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions or concerns.
All right, hello all. I'm Miss Williams. I am really excited to be working with you guys this year. This is my 5th year teaching, and overall this is my 3rd year at Elmore, and I have been lucky enough to teach 2nd grade for all of the years that I've been teaching, and fingers crossed I don't have to change that anytime soon. Some things about me outside of teaching: I love crafting, music, changing my hairstyles, and activism. I can't wait to get started with you all this new year and take this new virtual journey with you. It's definitely going to take some getting used to, but I look forward to working together with parents and students to make it a fun learning adventure. My contact information is at the bottom for anyone in my class that needs it, and it'll also be posted on my Teams and on Class Dojo.
Hola, buenas tardes. My name is Anixa Barrios, and it's a pleasure to have this space to welcome you back to the classroom and share with you the commitment to educate your child despite the challenge that we are facing during this time. Mi nombre es Danixa Barrios y es un placer tener este espacio para saludarlos y darles la bienvenida de regreso a clases y compartir con ustedes compartir con ustedes la educación de sus hijos y el compromiso que tenemos de educarlos con una educación de calidad. Yo soy de Panamá y tengo 19 años enseñando en el Houston Independent School District y me gustan los animales. El contacto está aquí abajo, pueden tomarle una foto y estamos a la orden. Muchas gracias.
Ms. Gifaro, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Hi. My name is Lydia Guifarro. I'm gonna be with you this school year. I'm so excited to be with you this time. And I know it's a little bit hard, but we're gonna be okay. Mi nombre es Lidia Guifarro, soy de Honduras. Me agrada mucho que estemos todos juntos este año para aprender y los espero el martes a las 7:30 de la mañana. Algunas cosas que me encanta hacer es costurar, limpiar el jardín y estar con los niños. Mi contacto ya algunos los tienen, pero si no, aparece en la pantalla. Bienvenidos y que todos podamos estar listos a las 7:30 de la mañana este martes. Gracias.
Hola a todos, yo soy Melissa Ramírez. Estudié en National University una licenciatura con especialidad en español. Me encanta cocinar, leer, cantar y soy una persona de fe. Me alegra mucho ser la maestra de su hijo, de su hija este año. Esta es mi primera vez trabajando en segundo año. Tengo experiencia en primer año y en kinder. Mi meta es ayudar a su hijo a desarrollar su potencial y hacer que esta experiencia sea algo inolvidable.
All right, a few parent updates about the beginning of the school year. Parents can choose online only for part or all of the school year. So we know that we are starting online and we are supposed to go back on October 19th. That could change. We aren't really sure what's going to happen, but the point is, if you don't want your students to go back in person, they don't have to. You can opt out.
La información para los padres es que pueden elegir solo regresar a clases en línea durante parte o la totalidad del año escolar. Esta va a ser decisión suya cuando sea hora de regresar a clases en persona.
So the things that you will need to get started, you're going to need the Class Dojo app, which I think all of you have. You're going to need Microsoft Teams installed on your child's device. So if you're accessing it from your phone right now, you are going to need it on your child's device as well. And you're going to need access to the hub. That's the big one that we haven't really rolled out yet. So if you don't know what that means and you don't know how to get there, don't worry. We're going to be rolling it out over the next week.
Esto es lo que va a necesitar para empezar, la aplicación Dojo, que la mayoría está conectado ya, Microsoft Teams, que es donde vamos a estar enseñando, y el Hub. Esa es una plataforma que todavía no tenemos toda la información, pero le vamos a estar enviando la semana entrante.
All right, so about virtual classrooms. Your child will be attending school virtually from 7:30 a.m. to about 2:30 p.m. every day on Microsoft Teams. This will include live sessions with the teacher where we're actually teaching your child face-to-face. It'll be independent work on assignments. Those assignments will usually be posted in the hub. And it will be small group time with the teacher and also live ancillary sessions. We'll be going over the whole schedule in a little bit. Students will access everything they need through the hub, including the link to the live sessions on Teams and their assignments.
Así es como va a ser el salón virtual. Los estudiantes van a asistir a la escuela de las 7:30 a las 2:30. Incluye sesión en vivo con su maestro o maestra, trabajo independiente que se le va a asignar, grupos pequeños con su maestro y sesiones de apoyos en vivo. Los estudiantes tienen acceso a todo esto mediante el Hub. Esto incluye el enlace de las sesiones en vivo y sus asignaciones. Ahorita en un momento les vamos a dar el horario diario.
All right, so Class Dojo, you need to be connected to Class Dojo. That's where we're going to be sending all of our updates every day. All the information that you need will be there to take questions and message you back and forth. That's the platform we use to communicate with you. So if you have questions about how to install Class Dojo or how to connect, contact your child's teacher.
Sí, es muy importante que se conecten a Class Dojo. Aquí es donde se va a dar la comunicación diaria entre el maestro y el padre de familia. Si necesita ayuda para instalarlo, por favor, déjenos saber.
About devices, I know not everybody has a device yet. The school is rolling them out. I believe second grade is getting iPads. So if you haven't gotten a device yet, please hang tight and the school should be reaching out to you soon. If you don't have a device by the time school starts, don't worry, we'll figure something else out, but you should have them within the next week.
El distrito está proveyendo los dispositivos electrónicos para cada estudiante. Algunos no los han recibido porque no los tenemos todavía. No se desespere, vamos a encontrar la manera de conectarnos con ustedes, pero se deben de estar entregando a algún punto la semana entrante.
And about Wi-Fi, the district may provide a hotspot, but we don't have them yet. But Xfinity is offering free internet services until December, so you may want to look into that. Also, if your family receives food stamps, AT&T is giving families Wi-Fi for only $10.
Este es un recurso importante. El distrito quizá entregue un Wi-Fi portátil o un hotspot, pero no los tenemos aún. Xfinity ofrece un servicio de internet gratis hasta el mes de diciembre. Y si su familia recibe estampillas de comida, AT&T les ofrece internet por $10.
So coming back to school in person, like I said, that is up to you whether you want your child to come back, but the plan right now is to come back in person October 19th. That's not going to be everybody comes back at once. That wouldn't be safe. So it's going to be a mix of in-person and staying remote or virtual learning. There will be more information on that as we get closer to that date. Right now, the plan is still kind of up in the air.
Los estudiantes regresarán en persona el 19 de octubre y esta va a ser una mezcla entre estudio virtual y estudio del estudiante presente. Pero es totalmente dependiendo de la decisión de usted como padre, decidir si quiere que el estudiante regrese o no.
All right, so how will attendance work? Your child must participate every day on the hub, Teams, or a teacher phone conference so that they can be counted present. Attendance will be taken at 10 a.m. every day, and students should do their best to attend all of the live sessions. If they do miss a session, they need to at least still be logging in to complete assignments on the hub or talking to the teacher on the phone. But we will be taking attendance every day. Your child just needs to be doing something.
Es importante que sepa que la asistencia de los niños se va a tomar a las 10 de la mañana, pero los estudiantes deben de estar participando cada día en los trabajos y asistir a la conferencia que se hace todos los días por medio de Teams para que cuente su asistencia.
What time does school start? All students should log in no later than 7:30 every morning. That's when we're going to have our first Circle Up meeting to start the day on Microsoft Teams.
No se olvide que todos los días empezamos a las 7:30 de la mañana y empezamos con una sesión en círculo para que los niños comiencen su día juntos. Pero esa es la hora de empezar escuela, 7:30.
So here is your child's basic schedule every day. I know it looks like a lot. I'm going to talk through it as quickly as I can. So at 7:30 for 15 minutes, your child will come onto Teams and be part of a morning message and Circle Up activity. Then we're going to go right into reading. So part of reading is going to be a live lesson, and part of reading is going to be independent assignments that will be posted on the hub, or it could be Raz Kids, or it could be using Imagine Reading. Then there's going to be a 5-minute restroom break, and then we're going to be going into a math lesson at 9:20. So the math lesson is both a live lesson, and part of it will be, again, independent assignments. Then from 10:50 to 11:35, this is important to note, this is the teacher's office hours. This is when, if you're having technical problems, you can give your teacher a call and they can talk you through setting up Teams or getting connected with the lesson or anything else you need help with. Then we have a 30-minute lunch break, and then we go into a science lesson at 12:05. Again, part of that science lesson will be live, and part of it will be independent. Then at 12:50 to 1:35, your child will have ancillary. This schedule may change depending on what class your child is in, but the schedule will be posted on the hub and on Class Dojo, and probably on Teams too, so you will be able to access it wherever you are. Then we'll have another 5-minute break. We go into a social studies / writing lesson, and then the end of the day from 12:15 to 3 o'clock, will be again office hours where the teachers can answer any questions you have or get you set up with technology.
Es muy importante que note los horarios que están puestos aquí. Este va a ser el horario escolar de su hijo, de su hija. Es muy importante notar aquí que estas son las horas donde dice office hours, las horas de oficina. Aquí están marcadas, aquí y en el bloque de aquí de abajo de las 2:15 a las 3. Ese es el horario que nosotros estamos disponibles para contestar sus preguntas. Ese es el horario en que les podemos ayudar. El de más tiempo, entre los bloques vamos a estar enseñando en vivo o dirigiendo sesiones en grupo. Y el otro horario importante es de las 12:50 a la 1:35. Ahí es donde su niño va a recibir la clase adicional que es como arte, música, educación física, coro. Todo eso va a ser durante ese bloque de tiempo. Todo lo demás está especificado cuando es lectura, ciencias, todas las demás clases que van a tener.
So if you need to visit the campus, that's going to be limited and by appointment only. So make sure that you have the school's phone number and you can call the front office to make appointments if you need to visit the campus.
Las visitas a la escuela serán limitadas y solo puede asistir con cita previa.
And enrollment updates, if you still need an enrollment packet, you can pick it up in front of the school from 8 to 2 every day, Monday through Friday. And this is the phone number of the front office. You would have to call and schedule a day to bring it back.
Si todavía necesita inscribir algún otro estudiante, el horario es de 8 a 2 para recibir un paquete y este es el número de teléfono de la escuela si necesita llamar.
All right, if you need help with anything else like internet, food, clothing, rent assistance, or any other needs, we have a wraparound coordinator named Mr. Simmons. If you need to get in touch with him, you can call the school directly or you can ask your child's teacher for that contact information.
Esta información es importante sobre el coordinador de la escuela que se conecta con la comunidad. El señor Simmons les ayuda con servicios como internet, comida, ropa, asistencia para la renta y otras necesidades. Déjenos saber si usted necesita alguna de estas cosas básicas y nosotros nos podemos contactar con él.
And the nurse wanted to put her info on here as well. This is her phone number right here. So you can call and text her if you ever have any medical questions. If you need medical accommodations, if your child needs medical accommodations like frequent restroom breaks, medical statements, screenings, if they take medication, anything like that, you need to resubmit those notes to the nurse every school year. So make sure that you're on top of that before we go back in person.
Esta información es muy importante, es sobre la enfermera de la escuela. Aquí está el número de teléfono si quiere escribirlo. Si su estudiante necesita algún uso específico de medicamentos o tiene una nota del doctor que tiene que ir frecuentemente al baño o una receta médica, cualquier dirección específica del doctor se la puede comunicar directamente a la enfermera.
Right, and we are finished with this presentation. So if you have any questions, I know that last time we did have one really good question, and that was, what school supplies does my child need? And to answer that question, the school actually has supplies for your child that include a math workbook, notebooks, pencils, math worksheets, everything like that. You need to find a time to go and pick that up from the school because they have those for every second grader. Even if you don't have a device yet, they do have those and you will need them. So make sure you schedule a time to get that packet from the school. Are there any other questions that anybody has?
Let me translate that.
Okay, thank you.
Sí, nos hicieron una pregunta que si va a necesitar las cosas para la escuela básicas como lápices, todo eso. La escuela de hecho está dando una bolsa con algún material para los niños y también libros, así que asegúrese de ir a recogerlos a la escuela.
Can you ask if they have any? Oh, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I heard an October date. Is that for in person or start date, or something like that. I just heard the date. So what was that about?
Right. Are you talking about October 19th is the day that we are supposed to be starting to bring students back in person to the school building. So that's not set in stone yet. They're going to watch, you know, and make sure that it's safe and everything, but that may end up being extended longer than October 19th. But right now, that's the tentative date that is when we're going to start going back in person.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. But there will be a lot more information about that as we get closer to October.
Okay.
Can you translate that, Ms. Ramirez?
Sí, el 19 de octubre es la fecha que se ha programado para regresar a clases en persona, pero todavía no está confirmado por el distrito. Es solamente una fecha que se ha dado, pero conforme nos acercamos al mes de octubre, les vamos a dar más información.
Does anybody have any other questions?
Yo tengo una pregunta. Las clases todas las tienen que agarrar en ese programa del team.
She's asking if all the classes are going to be on Teams.
All of the live sessions where the teachers are teaching your children will take place on Teams. And each teacher has a separate team where the classes will happen. Now, to get to those, there will be links in the schedule, and the schedule will be on Class Dojo.
Y cuando hablan de las diferentes horas de clase que hay, todo el tiempo los niños tienen que estar conectados a la hora del programa que acaban de poner hace ratito.
Sí, señora. Let me translate first y luego le respondo, señora. Voy a contestarles a ellos y luego le respondo.
Okay.
She's asking if, you know, since we show the schedule, if the students have to be connected all day during that period of time. So I'm just going to answer and then you can translate that, okay?
Okay.
Señora, ese es el horario normal de escuela de su niño. Este va a ser el horario diariamente de 7:30 hasta las 2:30 de la tarde. Tiene descansos y también tiene tiempo de lonche, pero ese es el horario normal que va a tener durante todo el día, va a tener esas clases, cada día de la semana. No es opcional cuando él quiere entrar o no, sino que ese es el horario normal de clases. ¿Ok?
Ok. Sí, lo que yo quería era saber si, o sea, porque yo con el otro niño, cada hora tenía yo la alarma de mi teléfono para estar pendiente, pero ahora como ya son los dos,
Sí.
ya eso yo quería saber.
Y va a ser en Teams, todo va a suceder en Teams. Ahí van a estar las clases, el mismo maestro con sus estudiantes. Va a ser una sola clase. Ahorita estamos juntos aquí, pero va a ser una sola clase. ¿Está bien?
Ok, gracias.
Sí.
So I'm guessing that, I mean, I'm not sure what you said exactly, but I know that the answer to that question, will they have to be on Teams all day? Will they be in lessons all day? Basically, yeah, they will have to be in front of the computer most of the day for the normal school hours. And, you know, they're going to not just be in live lessons with the teacher, but they're also going to be doing independent work on their own. They're also going to be going into ancillary, into a lesson in there. There's going to be breaks built in for them to have lunch and for them to stretch their legs and have, you know, some bathroom breaks. But essentially, yeah, from about 7:30 to 2:30, that's school time. So they will be in front of the computer most of that time, which might feel overwhelming at first, but I think they'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. Do we have any other questions?
I have a question. So once school goes back, well, if they go back October 19, will uniforms be required?
I think so. I don't see why they wouldn't. And if there's any problems accessing uniforms, the school can help with that. They have uniforms, they have extras, they have resources to get you uniforms.
So they say no uniforms this school year.
Did they?
That one might be one that we could pass up the chain because I did hear that also.
Yeah,
no
yesterday Key
uniforms?
Middle School did inform me that they were not going to have uniforms for the school year, but I don't know if it was an HISD thing or just a school decision.
That's a really good question then. Let me double check on that, but I'm sure as we get closer to October 19th, they'll be very clear about those expectations. But yeah, that's a good question then. I didn't know that.
If they wanna, to know where.
Ms. Williams, did you have a question?
Right one. Can you be logged on to 2 different devices at the same time?
For the same child?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so if my daughter logged on to her iPad, I can log on to my laptop.
On the same username? I think so. I don't know. I think so because I can usually get on my phone.
Yeah,
and join
I
in the
can
same call.
on the phone and also be on the computer.
Yes. So I think yeah.
Okay.
Was this for the same child or like?
Yeah, the same child.
Yeah, you should be able to, but I do know if you try and like log in to the meeting at the same time, you're gonna get a lot of feedback. Like if you're on it on your phone and then also like trying to get her on it on the computer or something like that, it's definitely gonna sound really staticky and crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
For 2 separate children, if I'm supposed to be in a meeting with my son's teacher, can I use the same account to log into his meeting, even though I'm on the meeting with you?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think so. All she would have to do is go back out and click on, if she's doing another meet the teacher in a different grade level, you could just look at that sheet again and click the different grade level, and I think it would just take you right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they should have given you enough devices for like each child. So if that is a question, I would definitely call the school about that.
She's probably just using whatever device she accesses Class Dojo on. So she's
And I think they don't have devices. I just went to the school today and they didn't have any devices for 2nd grade. And I also didn't get a packet, so I may have to go again to see if I can get a packet.
Okay, that's good to know. Thanks for letting us know that. Yeah, make sure that you are asking about that packet. I would hope that they are telling you that that's available and giving it to you when you come in, but it's really hard to say what exactly they're doing in the office. We don't have any control over that. So that's good to know about the devices, though. I'm told that you should be having your devices within the next week, but I can't make any guarantees. But I know this is unfamiliar territory. I know there's a lot that we all have to figure out. There's going to be technology issues. Your child's probably not going to have the attention span. We expect all those things. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't be freaking out and thinking that you're the only one that's behind. Even the teachers are struggling to make sense of all of the new apps and technologies that we have to use. Just keep in touch with us. That's all we need. Keep us posted on what's going on with your child, what's going on, what struggles you're having, and we are going to do our best to just support you and make sure that your child gets an education.
Right. And this is also meant to be flexible. So the way that they're talking about attendance and the way that they're talking about assignments and how that works, we understand that some parents are working, some kids are, there's daycare involved, there's grandparents involved. That is all okay. And I think this is not meant to be as structured as it is when we're walking into a school building. This is it just is about communication, I guess, between parents and teachers. Just let us know if that's the case. And that way, that's why like attendance is flexible as far as like if they completed an assignment at 9 o'clock at night because mom just got home from work, they are marked present for the day, and that is still okay. So we're trying to work around everything and work through this together.
Yep.
Thank you so much for that flexibility.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's best if your child can make every session and do every single thing, but we know that it's not always realistic. So do what you can. Your child will be present as long as they do something. And just stay in touch with the teacher. And if that is it, I am going to stop. I'm going to end this, and we're going to post this session on Class Dojo and on Teams so that you can access it if you need to rewatch it or if you missed any parts of it. All right. It was nice to see all of you and hear from some of you. We're excited about Tuesday. We're nervous, but we're excited too. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Have a
guys.
great weekend.
Bye. Bye.